God.
Right, hello, welcome
Hi.
back. Just gonna have a quick run around the Corsa, have a quick look at a few bits and bobs that we want to get done as, you know, sort of maintenance and future proofing, as well as some of the modifications. So let's crack on. Right, so first things first.
We start from the back, are we?
Yeah, we'll just go over the paint first, I think, mate.
Well, we have rust patches, the notorious quarter panels that every Corsa D seems to have.
Yeah. VXR or no VXR. There is actually evidence that the seals are starting to get a bit nasty underneath the body kit there as well, so it's going to get addressed. I mean, we might as well say now, after running over this car, it is just going back to bare metal and getting completely repainted, so it will be immaculate. Front arches aren't too bad. Wheels definitely need some work. All four of them are curbed, some worse than others. I think actually it's this back wheel, isn't it, that's got the, it's got a bit of a chunk taken out of it there. May or may not be able to be welded. Anyone local or in the comments that wants to donate one of these, I think these are the first series VXR wheels to us that's in better condition than this, feel free. It saves getting it welded.
Door mirrors need plastic welding up.
Yeah, so there's a couple of, I don't know if the GoPro quite focus on that. We'll see if we can get it. Struggling a little bit, but you might just be able to make out that sort of cracking around the edge of there, and that's actually the plastic starting to split a bit, but we should be able to plastic weld that before it gets painted. Yeah,
and we've obviously got our plastic bumper bracket not doing its job with the wing being bent.
Yeah, there's a tiny bit of misalignment going on here, which is going to have to be sorted. Again, all of these panels are going to be coming off. You can see obviously there's a bit of damage around the front corner of the bumper here. It's nothing major, but it's all stuff that's just going to annoy the hell out of us, so it's going to get changed. Headlights are a bit cloudy. There's actually a bug, hello, stuck inside there.
That's Gary, mate, Gary the bug.
Gary the bug, I think we'll keep his headlights just for Gary.
New bonnet, it's all rusted underneath, isn't it?
Yeah, he's...
you can feel it under there, it's all knackered.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that properly again in a minute, but yeah, you can see the very edge of that. Again, it's not horrific, you're not going to snap the bonnet, but you can just see it starting to bubble through on the top of the paint, so probably end up getting a new bonnet, and we might flat it back and just see how bad it is, but the chances are it's going to be a new bonnet. You know, there's a couple of little lacquer scabs, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but we'll have to try. The lead sorted. The headlights are going new, brand new set of headlights already ordered. More, yeah, near side wheels, so it's going to be the worst.
Possibly a new wing this side.
Yeah, at least that's not repairable. It's, again, it's just coming through the bottom of the paint, so the back side of that's probably 10 times worse. That's
same with this door mirror.
Yeah, this door mirror is exactly the same. Again, it's something you just seem to see on these Corsas. Yeah, nice mirrors though, which is good. Oops, definitely locked it by mistake. And again, not horrific, but just some evidence that the arch is getting a bit scabby underneath the body kit. And then, yeah, a few, they're not bad. Again, you might not even see them in the camera, but you can kind of just see there's a couple of little bits where there's like a little trolley ding here or something similar. So that will all get smoothed out, ready for paint. A little bit of damage on the rear bumper, but the rear bumper is in really good shape. It's got very bit of light damage on it, very light damage. Aside from that, it's in good shape. It's not cracked or snapped anywhere, it's not hanging off. All the brackets are there, so that's always a bonus. In terms of mods, I think you've already looking at wide arches for it, aren't you?
Wide arches, all the splitter kits everyone's been putting on, smoothed out boot lid. Obviously we've got to figure out how we're going to get that to pop up on its own. Yeah,
so we're going to do the auto, like an auto popper on the boot.
Flush door handles.
Yeah, flush the door handles, boot handle.
Which will be coming off a Range Rover Velar.
Yeah, Velar, cool. So they're going to be Range Rover door handles is the plan. We did look at Aston Martin, but they want us to buy a whole door to get the door handles, to get the bracket and mechanism and everything, and it's worth more than half the price we paid for the car. So yeah, that ain't happening. Rear diffuser is in really good shape, but we are probably going to go for the aftermarket one that's just a bit more aggressive. May well be a big wing. I think that's probably almost inevitable.
Yeah, gotta make it stupid, ain't we?
That's it. That's pretty much it on the outside. I mean, like I say, it's going to get a full repaint. There's going to be a few bits that you see that are black or silver that are going to go white. They're going to be maybe a grille change, but primarily the main things you'll see is a repaint, and it's going to have wide arches on it, fresh alloys, that kind of bits and bobs. But it'll all be, we'll record it all, everything we do, everything we decide to buy and everything we decide to fit. We open the bonnet, so that's what we were talking about earlier, where it's starting to flake off. Again, we'll probably have a quick look and just see how bad it really is, but when the edge starts to go like that,
it's pointless, mate.
pretty
I'm
much
just going to buy a bonnet for 50 quid.
Yeah, so if we can get a bonnet that's, you know, doesn't matter if the paint's knackered, but if it's in better shape, then we'll grab that and get that painted instead.
So what have we noticed about the engine?
So things we've noticed about the engine, well, it's got sort of the standard any Vauxhall with a plastic rocker cover gasket leak. I've had plenty of, you know, Z20s and other Vauxhalls, and the plastic rocker covers seem to warp. So for the sake of 15 quid or something, we'll probably chuck another gasket in it and see how it fares. But from experience, this may well just want a fresh rocker cover. Again, that's the issue from being plastic. They do a few miles and they ain't straight anymore. When we ran it this morning, Chris didn't actually notice this the other day because it's not very major, but you might be able to see a bit of coolant down there. And the coolant tank is very low, so we can put a bit in that just for moving it around for now. Obviously the engine is going to get a full rebuild at some point. It's more than like, or 90% sure that we're going to forge it. It's not going to be like 500 horsepower or anything, but it'd be nice to be pretty reliable at sort of 300. You know, that not having to worry about melting pistons, or at least massively reduce the risk of melting pistons at sort of 300 horsepower. So, but again, we're going to get the cosmetic stuff done first, I think, and then revisit the forging side of things. But it looks like this little housing down here, or at least maybe this small supply tube here going to the housing is let go, or the connector is let go. But we'll investigate that a bit further and see if we need a whole new housing or just a pipe or whatever. We'll update you on that. But other than that, it runs really well. It's really smooth and quiet. A little bit of a squeak down here on the auxiliary belt for the alternator. It does look a little bit worn, so we're just going to replace that again for the sake of how much it costs to get the part. It just ain't worth messing around risking that snapping or causing any other issues. But yeah, coolant leak, rocker cover gasket leak, belt, that's pretty much it under here. It's in really good shape, and as you can see, we haven't cleaned this or anything. It's a bit wet from where I jet washed the outside of the car, but this is as it came. So aside from that oil down the front of the engine, you can see it's in really good shape for a 13-year-old car that's done nearly 80,000 miles, so hopefully that's a winner. Trying to think of a little mechanical bit. Sometimes the rev counter seems to get stuck up. Again, something I've seen on these VXRs. Sometimes the actual mechanism in the back sort of spins round without the needle. Sometimes repairable, sometimes not, but we have already got a new clock on the way from the guy who sold us it, actually, because obviously it worked when he went round it and done us the video and that, and then it randomly didn't work when we picked the car up. So you know, the chances are that that's just going to need replacing, but like I say, he kindly sent a new one out. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it in terms of the mechanical side of stuff. There isn't actually that much going on with it. The wheel bearings are all good. They're not noisy. Brakes are going to get upgraded anyway. Nothing crazy, but we'll probably go down the discs and pads, like EBC yellow stuff.
Yeah,
decent set of
probably Brembo pad, discs in it.
Yeah, Brembo discs, possibly drilled and whatnot.
So.
Just to keep them a bit cooler and a bit racer on some of those B-road sprints.
Better brake fluid.
Yeah, going to upgrade the brake fluid, probably braided lines and stuff, just to give you a bit of a nicer pedal. Like I say, this is not going to be a full-blown track car or anything.
More show car, innit?
Yeah, fast show car, or nippy show car, should we say.
Yeah,
you know, there's some mad show cars out there these days, so can't really call it fast anymore. But yeah, the plan is basically make it nice, get in all the little niggly bits done to it, and then make the outside nice and finished and you know, in good shape, so it's fresh, almost like we've got ourselves a fresh platform to work with. And then once we're at that stage, then we'll start looking at our, you know, forging, sticking a diff in it, that kind of stuff. But we're all going to do it all in stages, you know, and aside from the big initial input into the exterior mods and the looks of the car, once that sort of bit's done, a lot of the mechanical mods are going to be, we're going to do this bit here, we're going to do this bit there, see how it performs, see what difference it makes, and then finally we'll do the big bit where we pull the engine out and
and hopefully be able to go through the whole rebuild process with you, which will be fun. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed what you've seen so far. We're looking forward to the upcoming content. We hope you are too. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe. Thanks very much.